Hello beautiful people, it's Celia Zanyale here again. If you're coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, welcome. If you are a return subscriber and all the regular subscribers, welcome again guys. And in this video I would like to talk about a channel, one of my favorite channels. If you have watched my 23 favorite channels that I did at the beginning of the year, this channel that I'm going to talk about right now is one of my faves, which is King David Studio. King David Studio is a form of a podcast sort of channel. I will link it in the description box so that you can go and watch for more. The person that interviews people there, who is the owner of the channel, is David Mashabela. David Mashabela is doing a great job of bringing all our legends one by one. I'm talking about the Owens Jackes, the Linda Sebezos, the Andile Gaelesiwe, Ndara. Hey man, many. Please visit that channel so that you can get your favorite artist or your favorite legends interview. He constructs his interviews in such a way that, because it's a podcast, sometimes he divides it into two sections, part 1 and part 2, because they are long. But you'll always find that just part 1 is more than 2 hours, and the other one as well will be maybe plus minus 2 hours. So he takes pride in interviewing these legends and bringing out the things that many of we have never had the chance of getting into. What I like about David is that he takes special efforts of digging into the sides that we've never heard before. And if a legend has a book, he ensures that he reads that book before he comes and interviews them. And he tries to cover almost serious aspects of the book without getting deep into the book to a point you feel like you have already read the book. He leaves you still feeling like, I must get that hold of that book so that I can get more information, I can fully understand what was happening. That is what I love about David Studios and interviews. And the two outstanding interviews for me are Linda Sebezo's interview where for the first time I got to discover that she was actually indeed a prisoner at one stage for 5 million worth of drugs that were found in her yard. And go and watch that video to get a full understanding as to how did that happen. She knew nothing about the drugs, of course, and it feels like she was framed. Either the ex-husband was also involved in that, or the people that lived in that house where she had bought the house, not knowing that in that corner that she has never been to, there are drugs in there that have been there for years when she bought the house. So you get to get that side of her, how betrayal can play a big role, and how relationships, when they turn sour, particularly in marriages, it can also mean that a person gets to answer for things that they know nothing about. You can get a side of how relationships can turn sour to a point where the person just wants to see the other one down at whatever cost, and how relationships can turn sour to a point where people can stay in one place, but unbeknownst to us, people who are outside, that relationship is long gone, but the people are still living together, where you would think that they are happily married and staying together. Can't no. And you can also get from her interview that actually who brought Brenda Fassie here in Joburg, because the story we had before, it was not like that. So if you want to know all this, visit David Mashabela's studio channel and get to watch these interviews. Another outstanding interview for me, oh no man, I'm lying, I've got two more interviews that I watched that I loved so much. Rami, Choene, guys, wow. Rami Choene's interview blew my mind. I didn't know that she's not just an actor, but she's also an artist in terms of music as well. She's a singer. I was shocked. And she can actually sing, and you get to get the side of the interview. You get to find that actually artists have got ranges. You don't just have artists that will just sing and be known by everybody. There are some singers who are just corporate musicians that can just do their money through do corporate music and perform corporate functions and still make a living out of it without even being on the spotlight. Another interview that I enjoyed, it was Vatiswa Ndara's interview. Vatiswa, you get to see what is happening into the industry of artists. You get to find that the road is so deep, the kind of sexual harassment that happen in there, and what happens to you when you try to stand up for yourself, how people are blacklisted just for speaking up against the ills that are happening within the industry, just for standing up for themselves, trying to report things and trying to get justice for themselves, how they get to never be on our screens again. So it gives you a picture that, okay, some of the people that we no longer see on our screens, it may have been related to such things. She's also an author. She has a book that you can also get to understand fully, and apparently, I'm so looking forward to getting hold of that book. Apparently the names are there. She didn't hide any name. You even get to find about our favorite man, Shona, the man that we cried the whole world when he passed on. That of course he was only a man, and he was not as an angel as we thought he was. He had his shortcomings as well. Yeah, you get to hear that. Oh, my fourth one, I don't know why, I've watched that, I've watched those episodes. I keep on saying I've got two favorites, and then I remember that there's more. And then the last one that I wanted to talk about, there's more, guys. Please visit that studio. There's a lot. There's Sonia Mbeles, there is Kelly Kumalos, there is so and so. But for me, another outstanding one is the Andile Gaelesiwe interview. where she says, she gives her story. We do know her story all this time, that her biological father did sexually violate her when she was a child, and now you get to fully understand how did that affect her in the interview, where she does explain that if something like that happens to you, your body becomes the crime scene. And because it's a crime scene, many people are trying to run out of their bodies by doing things that they wouldn't have done, in an effort just to dissociate, or run away. Like if something were to happen to you there, you definitely don't want to see that place again. Hence, if something happens to you, like something like rape, you cannot, get out from your body and leave it. Hence, you'll find that some people become suicidal. They just want to get rid of this body, because this body is a crime scene. um People start doing things like sleeping around, doing what they are, just trying to run away from this body, which is now a crime scene. And it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of conscious effort, conscious decisions to choose otherwise, to acknowledge the fact that you cannot separate yourself from your body. This crime scene, you have to accept that yes, it's a crime scene, but how best can I fix this crime scene such that I can live peacefully, knowing that this has happened, but how do I move forward? Because I've got to live with this body, this very crime scene. I need to clean it up, but without removing what happened, because that is impossible to do. Hey man, you learn so much from her interview. Please visit that channel. And Bona, I promise you won't feel like you wasted your time with any of the interviews that are there. There is no interview that will leave you like, "Eish, why did I watch this? I just wasted my time, my data, and everything." Never. Actually, I feel like that channel is one of the highest caliber. It's the highest caliber of channels. It's one of the most quality things, quality channels that you feel like it's worth every minute watching, every data watched there. You feel like you have not wasted at all. That is top tier, really. It is top tier. And I would like to thank my lips, one of my constant supporters here on my channel. My lips is the one that introduced me to that channel. I'm so grateful. I've never looked back. I am born whenever I've got time. I just go back and watch those episodes and episodes and episodes of interviews. It is mwah. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, share, comment in the comment section, and remember to watch adverts on any of my videos when you watch. Thank you so much, and bye bye.